Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to episode number 2 of our basement makeover series. So recently we just did our main living area out in the main living area, kind of like our theater room, our game room, and that's pretty much the gist of it. And today we are actually in our youngest son's room, Noah. He is 4 years old. He is obsessed with Mustangs. If you've been part of my channel for a while, you know that he lives and breathes for Mustangs. So that's what we're gonna do in his room today. But once again, we were doing baseboards in here, just kind of finishing everything up in here. And so everything is all kind of all over the place. We have like the bed kind of hanging out wherever, his dresser, everything's on the floor. So I first have to get like a really good tidy in the room, and then we're gonna start cleaning it. I'm actually going to be painting his little bed, and then we'll get to decorating everything. So I am so excited to share how everything is going to turn out and actually just see the space. Our boys have been living in the basement for the past several months, and they've had functional rooms. So they have their dresser and their bed, but that's basically it. Nothing extra special in there. So I'm super excited to see how everything ends up turning out, and I'm really excited that you guys are here to join me in this process. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to it.
I wanna hear you say that you only want me. On the run from my given disaster, speed away from the holy mind, pride. That's where I never thought it would matter if I'm gone by.
So like I said, the first thing that I wanted to do was just start tidying up the room. And if you have been around, I am always real with you guys. I will always show you the real life moments and not ever shy away from those, because life is messy and we are all in this together. So as you're watching this video, just know that there is no judgment anywhere. And also I did want to let you guys know that there will be a huge giveaway going on throughout this makeover series. So make sure that you stay tuned so that you do not miss out on that.
Along the road tonight, lost my head over my back between the jars and bottle jack. Just me and all the red lights. Keep on driving and
Alright, so I was impatient and I didn't wait for Kyle to come help me move the furniture. Everything is pretty much fine, but the dresser is a little wobbly now. I know what it is. It's just like this back piece. Let me show you. It's just this back piece, I think, like it popped out on the bottom, and there's like a little ridge here, and so I think that that's like what really stabilizes the dresser, and that just popped out. So it's going to be an easy fix. We'll just have to get like some little nails. I'm sure we have some in the garage, and we'll just have to hammer those in. But first little hiccup of the day. You guys know that's always how it goes, but once we get that done, then I'm gonna finish getting this place all set up, but I have to wait for Kyle now.
but you got me good. You got me good. I keep on driving till it bends. Still it feels like I pretend. Keep on driving and driving along the road tonight. Lost my head over my back between the jars and bottle jack. Just me and all the red lights. Keep on driving and driving.
Alright, I got it all fixed. I couldn't find the nails that I needed, so I remember when we were doing the baseboards, Kyle and I were doing them the past several days. I remember using the nailer, I think, anyway. And I was like, I bet those would be perfect, and sure enough they were. And now this is like even more sturdy than it was. So I'm gonna call that a win, and now I'm going to go ahead and get going with moving everything around and getting this all clean, because we cannot afford hiccups today. We have a lot to get done.
All the memories just lingers on repeat like it is never gonna stop. I can't help myself from feeling all alone. But you got me good. But you got me good.
Places that I want to focus on in the boys' rooms are the windowsills, because the windows themselves have been in the house since it was built like 13 or 14 years ago, and I have not ever cleaned them. I think I might have like wiped them down, but not like seriously cleaned them. And I'm pretty sure because this was an unfinished basement, they had never been cleaned prior to us moving in. So they need a lot of TLC. I do have a new tool. I've used it a few other times. I haven't showed you guys, but it's a steamer. I got it probably like a month and a half ago. It's called the Behr Steam Shot. I'll link it down below. But it's like a directed steamer and it cleans your stuff so good. So I think this is going to be perfect for windowsills. So I wanted to take a quick minute and let you guys know about the giveaway that I have going on in this basement makeover series. So for the first 4 videos in this series, which is going to be our main living area, which is already up on my channel, today's video, which is episode number 2, and then my other 2 boys' bedroom makeovers, which will be 3 and 4. I'm going to be giving away my very favorite vacuum ever. You guys see it in basically every single one of my videos, but it is the Shark Apex Uplight. And all you have to do to enter is super simple. So of course you have to be subscribed to my channel because this is a subscriber giveaway. And then just make sure that you have left a comment on every single one of those makeover videos. And I will make sure to link all of those makeover videos down below. Now some of the makeover videos that you have to enter on will not be out yet, but I will make sure to add them into the description box once they go live so that you guys can make sure that you are getting entered into all of those videos. But I will also leave all that information on how to enter that giveaway down below in the description box for you guys. So here Kyle is just cleaning off the other side of this window. If you've seen my back deck makeover that I shared a couple of months ago, we had done this on a few other windows and this is one of the last ones that we still needed to get done. But as you can see, it was like super foggy. These windows, like I said, had never ever been cleaned for the last 13 or 14 years, and we never bothered to cut them clean because up until this point we had not been living down here because it was an unfinished basement. So all Kyle is doing to clean these is just using some CLR outdoor furniture cleaner. I know that sounds really weird, but actually works really well at getting the grime off of the windows. And then he's just using a razor blade that he got at a local hardware store, and once he's all done with that, he just sprays it off with water and voila, we have some clean and clear windows. Alright, now we have everything nice and clean and wiped down. We are going to start painting the bed. This was something that I think I wanted to do just because this is how it came from IKEA. So this piece in here is kind of like a vinyl maybe, and then this is just wood, but it's unfinished And I feel like sometimes you can get wood and keep it unfinished and it looks good, but this one just makes the whole thing look truly unfinished. So I was thinking I would either do white, but I felt like that would just kind of blend in too much, and so I thought a darker color would do good. And I was kind of thinking of doing the dark navy that we did on our accent walls in the living room, but I decided to go ahead with a black, and I feel like that's going to tie everything well together, and then also it's not going to clash with any of the other colors that Noah's picked out for his room. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and get done now. There is the color. It's slightly off black actually, but it's basically just kind of like more of a matte black paint, and I just think it's so cool looking. So let's get to painting.
You and me stuck on the ocean now, nothing but waves and they're spilling in. I wanna dry up but you just keep on going, don't you? I don't even know how we got here, all my reasoning have disappeared. I wanna bury the hatchet and find the way back to our home, our home, our home. We don't have to drift inside this dome. I will not let us fade away. It's not a price I wanna pay, and it's not too late. No, we lost our purpose, chasing all that surplus. You were all that I need. I feel that we can break free. We can still go back there to a place with no cares. We can turn this ship around. We can turn this ship around all the way back home. Chasing all that we do not have, chasing all that we don't have, chasing all that we do not have, we do not, all the way back home. Chasing all that we do not have, chasing all that we don't have, chasing all that we do not have, we do not. Yesterday we could be ourselves, didn't have much but nevertheless we were true to each other, but now we don't even bother. I remember you being hopeful, but the tall waves have worn us down, and slowly we are drowning. That's why you need to come with me, with me, with me. Turn around 180 degrees and cross the sea. I will not let us fade away. It's not a price I wanna pay, and it's not too late. No, we lost our purpose, chasing all that surplus. You were all that I need. I feel that we can break free. We can still go back there to a place with no cares.
So I got one coat done on everything. I do think majority of it is okay with just one coat, but there were some spots that just weren't getting on really great. It might be the combination of like the roller, the first time this has been painted or anything, but just to be sure, and while I have it all taped up and like everything out, I'm gonna go ahead and do one more coat just to make sure that it looks really, really nice. So I think now that I've gone around the entire thing, I think the first spots are probably going to be pretty dry. Yeah, they feel like pretty dry to the touch. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start in the same spot and kind of make my way around the bed. And then I think by the time I get to the end, everything will be dry, and then we can let the second coat dry and move it away.
We
finally, the last coat is on. I feel like the second coat just makes it so that there is no wood showing through at all, and it just makes it look really, really sharp. So now I just have to sit for a little bit and let this dry, and then once this dries, we will start rearranging the room, putting all the furniture pieces in, and then it will get to decorating, which is like my favorite part.
You might be the one that truly get me, and I might be the one you really want, and I feel it too. But you don't know what I've been going through. This is when you tell me that you're different.
Okay, so once we took the tape off, there are some parts that look really good, and then there's some parts that kind of bled through a little bit from the wood to the vinyl, and so I don't think it's gonna be a huge deal, but I'm actually gonna let this set probably until late tonight or tomorrow, and then I'll actually take like Windex, because I kind of tried it with a paper towel and it took off the paint from the vinyl area. That's kind of my plan, but overall, I love the look of it.
Forget what I told you, forget all about that tonight. Just remember the flame, you remember the flame, alright. Forget what I told you, forget all about that tonight. Just remember the flame, you remember the flame, alright.
Ooh, I'm fine.
That hurts. That hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hurts.
Maybe you will tell me what you're thinking, or maybe you will give me all the blame, but I'm moving on. I just have to make sure that you know.
Alright, so this is the super, super cute sheet set that Noah picked out. So we just went on Amazon and I just kind of scrolled through, and he found these and he was like, yes, these are the ones I want. So we have those racing sheets, and then I did the same thing with the comforter. So this is the comforter that Noah has, and he just loved that it had the red and blue stripes. So a lot of times, like when I'm designing rooms for them, I will try to make sure that I'm incorporating things that they actually want and not just kind of my design on it, but I will, you know, kind of make it all look good and go together. But I love this little combination that he picked out.
Just remember the flame, you remember the flame, alright. Forget what I told you, forget all about that tonight. Just remember the flame, you remember the flame, alright. Forget what I told you, forget all about that tonight. Just remember the flame, you remember the flame, alright.
Okay, so if you remember, originally the bed was along this wall, but there were a few issues. The closet door could not open fully, and I think it's just gonna ding up the bed over time. And then also we have the soffit, which is where all of like our heating decks and everything are. So his ceiling is actually lowered on this part of his room, and so over here it's higher, and so I felt like that might just be a little bit nicer for him, and it just kind of made a space that would be perfect to kind of make a focal point in his room. So that's a few reasons why I decided to kind of shift his bed this way. And then I love this bed because it's up high, so now he has some more space down here. We're gonna make like kind of a floor area, and then over here he has all of, well, actually he has PJs in this one, but the rest of these are all toys. So he has lots of toy storage in here, but it's not taking up extra floor space. just underneath the bed. And then in his closet, that is where the closet's actually not finished. We don't have like anything in here, but the closet is actually where now his dresser is at. So this is perfect. It's a nice size walk-in closet. He also has laundry in here, so I feel like this is just the best use of space right now. So this is my very favorite way to hang things up. You just take any toothpaste and you're basically going to put the toothpaste, I can do this one-handed, right where your hole is going to be. And I'll kind of clean that up a little bit more, and then when you stick it on the wall like that, it's going to leave little toothpaste marks on your wall, which shows you exactly where you want to put the holes. So there's my toothpaste trick. Kyle does not love it, but it works like every time. And it's way easy.
Perfect. You level like a boss.
I'm just saying thank you for your help, but the toothpaste is the real MVP here. And you have to admit, toothpaste actually is bomb.
Okay, it has worked. It has served us okay over the years.
That's pretty good from you.
It is pretty good for me. It's as much compliment as I'm giving toothpaste.
Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my city.
So a lot of the items that you're going to be seeing in Noah's room today are actually going to be from Hobby Lobby. They are things that I've picked up over the last year about. I've actually been kind of planning on their bedrooms for quite a while, so a lot of the signs that I had gotten were on clearance, but anything that I can find online, I will link down below for you guys.
I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out so friendly.
These are not matching up. I'm not joking.
How's that possible? Because that's upside down. Is that the way you had them?
No. This is upside down.
Were you holding it upside down when you marked it?
I don't know. I thought you had it, so I just was holding it for you.
We gotta check the tape. If you're holding it upside down when I mark the holes, that would be pretty hilarious that we both missed it.
Alright, so we just finished hanging the shelf and we realized it's hung upside down. So normally the shelves are supposed to go on obviously the bottom and then they're just like bolted in, but they're on the top. Kyle says it's not that big of a pain to change it and flip it upside down, or right side up I guess, but you guys will have to let me know if you think it's worth it or if you think it looks fine. I don't know. I'm going back and forth.
I didn't hold it up. I blame you. You held it up and I marked the holes.
Kyle hung it upside down. It's all his fault. So you guys have to let us know. Should we leave it like this or should we take a few minutes and fix Kyle's mistake?
I'll take it. It was my fault.
Which ones of these do you love the most? So point to the ones that you really super love. This one, okay. What else? This one, this one, this one, this one, that one. All right.
What are your 3 favorite ones?
This one too. That one. Can you also see this on the back? And this, or this one, and this one, and this one. And I'll also take this one.
This one? Okay.
That's your favorite out of all of them?
Uh-huh.
Okay, what's your next favorite?
I want that one. It's so cool.
Okay, what's your favorite one now? That one's the one closest.
This one. It's my favorite one. I love this picture.
You
Look.
love that one? That is so cool.
That's what we Mustang stripe.
Okay.
That's how much favorite ones I like.
All right.
But not these two.
Okay. All right.
And
Okay.
I also like this one.
Okay. All right, perfect. We got all your favorites then.
Okay.
We head for the sky, it's alright. Our wings wouldn't fly, it's alright. if we are crashing down again. Pieces of love, it's alright. Scattered in mud, it's alright. You're giving me a lie again.
So this was one of my favorite spaces in the room. I thought it was really fun to bring in a collage wall into Noah's room and just bring in all of the different Mustang signs that we had gathered over the last year. And I love that all of these are a little bit different, so none are really the same shape or the same size. They have different colors, some have different textures, and I just feel like this adds a lot of interest because since this is a little bit of a weird shaped room with a weird ceiling and a bit on the smaller side, I really wanted to take advantage of the vertical wall space to add some interest into the room, but also be something that doesn't take up a lot of space.
It's alright. It's alright.
So this bed is one that we had gotten from IKEA, and it's really neat because you can either flip it right side up or upside down, and then that way you either basically will have a canopy bed, or you can have it like this and either put a bed underneath and have kind of like a bunk bed situation, or you can do as we're doing here and kind of make it into a fort. And so I just have a little tension rod with some shorter curtains, and we just made him his own personal fort. And I knew that he would love this because him and his brothers love playing forts all the time, so it's nice to have like an actual setup one in his bedroom, and it also makes the space underneath his bed really functional.
It's alright, so let's move on. We head for the sky, it's alright. Our wings wouldn't fly, it's alright. If we are crashing down again. Pieces of love, it's alright. Scattered in mud, it's alright. You're giving me a lie again. And tell me what you want. This time I won't take it to the heart, 'cause I know we won't make it out. I've heard it all before. Yeah, tell me what you want. Let me hear that I'm the only one. You know that we won't make it out. We've heard it all before. It's alright. Hey, it's alright. Hey, it's alright. It's alright.
All right, we are getting closer to being finished with this room, but one thing that I wanted to do was to add on some new little labels onto the boys' dressers. As you can see, I actually used to have little chalkboard labels that I had just written on myself, but like they just kind of fall apart like that. But I ordered some labels from my friend. I will link her shop down below. It's Heart of This Home Designs, and she went ahead and made me some different labels for each of the boys, and the ones that I got for Noah were the ones that have like just the pictures so that he could see exactly what he needs to do without having to read them all.
Leaving this place, the sun's about to break. You're riding shotgun. The feeling we chase. I'm wide awake. Take me away now. 'Cause I won't go down the same old path again now. No, I've been running out of air, so let me catch my breath. Feeling I've got's making me.
I went ahead and changed out his laundry basket to something a little bit more sturdy and something that will fit his clothes a little bit better. And I felt like although this was something that was just a little bit extra, it ended up making a big difference in his closet and the feel and function of it. And then next was a little surprise that I wanted to do for Noah, and that was to make a little bin just for his Hot Wheel cars, something that I could set underneath the fort that was super easy to grab and get into, and just kind of like a little surprise for him. And it ended up going over really, really well with him. He absolutely loved it, and he plays with this little bin so often. He just carries it throughout the house and he leaves it under his bed. And even though it's so simple, it's just been such a fun little addition to his room.
I'm just gonna drive, drive, drive. I'm just gonna drive, drive.
And then the last thing that I wanted to do was just add a few different touches to the room, like the little license plate letters that spell his name above his wall hooks. And then I also added in this little diffuser. This is something that is really fun to add into the boys' rooms because at night they were able to diffuse some oils and just help them relax. But I also love this one that I found on Amazon because it looks kind of like those little lava lamps, and it also is able to shine some light. So if they want like a really subtle light to go to bed with, they have that option as well. So I really loved adding this into the space for him too.
The future is ours now. The road never ends. It's me and my friends. These are the good times. And I'm feeling like I could go on forever. And I've been running out of air, so let me catch my breath. Feeling I've got's making me crazy. If I'm having a good time, don't you blame me.
So finally, hours later, we have a completely transformed room. I feel like we didn't do anything extreme in this room. Like we didn't paint walls, we didn't add anything crazy, but adding a few really special decor pieces and then just making some statements by painting the bed frame, adding that little collage wall, and adding a few little touches that just make this room really special and specific to Noah. It just completely transformed the space into something that was just really purely functional, to a place that Noah actually loves to go in, and honestly his brothers had loved to hang out in here too. So I just love how this space turned out, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it too. I hope this gave you tons of inspiration and motivation to tackle the next space in your home. And don't forget to get entered into that giveaway. Like I said, you just need to make sure that you comment on all 4 basement makeover videos. So as soon as you see a new video come up, make sure that you leave a comment on it and you will be entered to win one of those vacuums. I hope you guys have the most amazing day. Do not forget to subscribe down below if you are not already, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys. Okay, Noah, your room is decorated. Ready? Okay, wait.
Cool. Good thanks.
Do you love it?
Huh? These signs are so big. My dirty clothes.
You have one of those in your room. It's like a nightlight.
That's so cool.
So what's your favorite part?
Fort.
The fort.
Guys, goodbye.
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 See you later.
Why do I need to be good all the time? I'm wrapped around his finger.